Have you ever thought about what you would do if you were in a location without potable water? How would you make drinking water? Or have you ever thought about what is a Berkey water filter system? If you're interested in either one of those, stay tuned. Welcome back to our channel. And if this is the first time we're meeting, I'm Don Ryman along with my wife Neva. We live life intentionally as nomads. And on this channel, we provide content like our weekly show, sharing our adventures, and informational videos just like this one. So how do you get drinking water when you don't have potable water, when you're out adventuring or in a natural disaster like a hurricane? Well, one option is the Berkey water filter system, just like this one right here. And ours is the Big Berkey model, which has a 2.25 gallon reservoir. And how it operates is it's a gravity-fed system that the water is put in the top of the Big Berkey and then filters through the black Berkey filters to clear out contaminants and gives you the clean water down in the reservoir right here. And depending on what your needs are, there's basically two models that make sense for an RVer. One is like ours, the Big Berkey, which is intended for 1 to 4 people basically for traveling. And then there's a slightly smaller model that you can get, which is the Travel Berkey, which has a reservoir of about 1.5 gallons. And there's a bunch of other statistics that we'll get to in a little bit. And so the main components for the Berkey is outside of the stainless steel container, which is very durable and very light. The Big Berkey model, when all assembled, is about 7 pounds, and the Travel Berkey is about 6 pounds. And on top of that, from a height perspective, you're looking about 19 inches to the top here. The Travel Berkey is about an inch shorter, and the diameter right here is 8.5 inches on the Big Berkey and 7.5 inches on the Travel Berkey. So how does the Berkey water filter system work? Well, it works by using the black Berkey water filter, which is installed in the upper chamber where you put the source water. And this filter is designed to clear out 203 of the most common water contaminants, in addition to 99.999% of viruses and 99.9999% of pathological bacteria. In addition to this, this filter also clears out man-made contaminants such as petroleum-based and also pharmaceutical type waste items. So when you put your source water in and it filters through this, you get clean water in the reservoir in the bottom. You also have an additional option to install Berkey's fluoride and arsenic filter. And then this filter, what it does is it connects in the bottom reservoir where the water is. And basically it sits below the reservoir and connects to the black Berkey filter. And so what this will do is will also, in addition to what has been done with the black Berkey water filter, this one will also clear out things that are related to fluoride and also arsenic and other heavy metals. And we've installed it in ours. So what type of maintenance is required for the Berkey water filter system? Well, Berkey recommends that you clean it once a month. And why you want to do that is you want to clean the upper reservoir and the bottom reservoir and the tap and clean all the pieces. On top of that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to clean the outside of the black Berkey water filter, because as you're using it and as it's cleaning water, what it's doing is it's capturing the various contaminants through the pores of the filter. And so what part of the process of cleaning it is you clean the outside of the filter as part of the process, and it will extend the life and use of the water filter. But what it will also do in the case is improve the flow rate, because as time progresses and as this captures contaminants, how quickly the water will be filtered will diminish over time. So the cleaning process of once a month allows you to get the most use out of it. What it'll also do is it will also extend the life of the filters also, so you're not buying them more regularly. So if you want to see a video on the monthly cleaning of the Berkey water filter system, you can click right here and you can see our video on cleaning the Berkey water system. So the other thing you need to be concerned about is what is the useful life of each of the filters. So for the black Berkey filters, each one is rated for 3,000 gallons. So in our Berkey, we have 2 of these. So that means every 6,000 gallons, we should replace these filters. And if you want to see a video on how to replace the filter, you can click right here and you'll see our video on how we replace the black water filters. Now, the useful life of the white filters, or the PF2 fluoride and arsenic filters, is 500 gallons each, or for a total of 1,000 if you have 2 filters. And so you need to replace these every 1,000 gallons. So that means that you'll replace these 3 times as often as the black filters if you choose to use this. So if you want to see a video on how to change the fluoride and arsenic filter, you can click right here and you can see that video. Now's a good time to take a moment to talk about some key information related to the Berkey water filter system. How do you know if your water filter will be able to filter a water source and give you clean, drinkable water? Well, what you need to do is make sure that that water filter has been tested against NSF ANSI standard 53. This is the standard for making sure that the filter meets the requirements for filtering out contaminants so it's safe to drink. Most water filters that you buy for your RV are actually part of standard 42, which is about aesthetics, and that's more about smell and taste and not about safety. So the Berkey water filters have been tested and exceed standard 53 as it relates to accredited state and EPA labs. One of the other great features of the Berkey water filter system is it can also be used in emergencies. And if you keep the Berkey full of water so it can filter through it, the Big Berkey can support up to about 170 gallons per day of filtered water, and the Travel Berkey about 66 gallons. So it's just something to consider if you're in an area prone to natural disasters. If you have a Berkey, then it also gives you the ability to help others too. So if you're wondering how much a Berkey filter system costs to filter a gallon of water, if you're just using the filters that come with the Berkey, the black Berkey filters, it will cost less than 2 cents per gallon to filter. If you also add in the PF2 fluoride and arsenic filter, then the cost per gallon goes up to about 5 cents a gallon. And when you compare this to alternatives such as bottled water or getting it filtered out of a machine, it's pretty cost effective. So one of the questions you might have is, how quickly does the Berkey water filter system filter water? So with a 2 filter configuration like we have in our Big Berkey right now, it's rated to do about 3.5 gallons per hour. And then if you want to install the optional 2 additional filters, this will actually filter 7 gallons of water an hour. If you get yourself the Travel Berkey, which is slightly smaller, which only allows 2 filters, that one will actually filter about 2.75 gallons per hour. And so, as stated before, this one is rated for about 1 to 4 people, a little more depending on what you do. And then the Travel Berkey is rated for 1 to 3 people because it's slightly smaller, has slightly less capacity. So in review, in this video, we talked about one way of getting drinking water when you don't have a potable water source available, and that's with the Berkey filter system. We've also talked about options you have relative to the size of the Berkey water filtering system you have for your RV. And just to let you know, Berkey also has even larger sizes that you can look at on their site. But generally the Travel or the Big Berkey is the one most commonly used for RVs because of its size. And then finally, we've chatted about that you need to do maintenance and also when you have to do replacements of the filters. If you already have a Berkey filter system, please let us know in the comments below what model you have. And if you have another solution for getting drinking water when potable water is not available, we'd love to hear those also in the comments below. And as always, we want to improve what we're doing, So let us know your thoughts on how this video is and how helpful it is. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you like this video, please click the like. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Thank you.